What's up, everybody? Scott Lennar back here with you. Draft day is finally here. It's time to do my annual mock draft, so let's get into that right now. First pick overall, Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars. No question here. They'll take Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson at number one. I feel like he's by far the best player on the board, so they'll take him at one. Number two, Robert Saleh and the New York Jets are on the clock. I think they take Zach Wilson out of BYU. A lot of people are worried about the competition he played against last year at BYU, but I think he's good enough to get a number two overall selection. Pick number three, the San Francisco 49ers are on the clock. Definitely taking a quarterback, and I think it's going to be Mac Jones out of Alabama. He's been the guy that a lot of people have been pegging to number three, so I feel like I'll trust that and go with that at number three. Number four overall, the Atlanta Falcons. They'll take Kyle Pitts out of Florida. I think he's by far the best player in the draft behind Trevor Lawrence, so I think he'll go number four. Number five, Cincinnati need to protect Joe Burrow, so I think they'll take Penei Sewell out of Oregon. I think he's the best offensive lineman in the draft, so they got to protect their future, the future of their franchise in Joe Burrow, so they'll take Penei Sewell at five. Next up, number six, my buddy Riley Curry's Miami Dolphins. My buddy's Riley's been telling me all week to take DeVonta Smith at number six. Unfortunately, Jamar Chase is still there, so I think that's where the Dolphins will go here at number six. But I would not be shocked to see DeVonta Smith go at six, but I think it's going to be Jamar Chase out of LSU. Number seven, the Detroit Lions are on the clock, and I think they will take DeVonta Smith out of Alabama. He's probably the second best receiver in the draft, so I think he'll go number seven overall to the Lions. Number eight will be the Carolina Panthers on the clock. I could see them going offensive line here, but I think that they need a new version of Luke Kuechly out there in Carolina, so I'm going to go with Micah Parsons out of Penn State. I feel like he's the best linebacker on the board. Could they go offensive line? Sure. I just don't want to see two offensive linemen go in the top 10. I just don't think that's going to happen. So Micah Parsons out of Penn State will be the pick at number eight. Number nine, the Denver Broncos are on the clock, and I know a lot of people are saying they just signed Teddy Bridgewater yesterday, but I still have a feeling that they're going to take a quarterback here at number nine. They take Justin Fields out of Ohio State. I feel like he's the second best quarterback in this draft, in my opinion. Second or third, depending on where you look. So I'm going to go with Justin Fields at number nine. Number 10, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, are on the clock. They would love to see Kyle Pitts here at number 10. But unfortunately, Jerry Jones is not going to get his guy. I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain out of Alabama. I feel like he's the best corner in this draft, and they need a lot of help on that defense. So Patrick Surtain goes number 10 overall to Dallas. Number 11, the New York Football Giants are on the clock. I feel like they'll take the other Alabama receiver, Jalen Waddle. I feel like he is the third best receiver in this draft. Very good, very speedy receiver out of Alabama. So I think that's where they will go here at number 11. Pick number 12, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. They just have a good quarterback in Jalen Hurts, who I believe will be a potential superstar in the NFL. So I think that they will go with Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern at pick number 12. I feel like he is the best player on the board at number 12, in my opinion. Pick number 13, the Los Angeles Chargers now are on the clock. And I believe that two back-to-back offensive linemen will go here at number 12 and 13. I think Christian Darrisaw out of the University of Virginia Tech will go to number 13 here. I feel like they need to protect Justin Herbert, who had an absolutely phenomenal year last year in Los Angeles, so I will go with him at 13. Pick number 14, the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock. They need help on the defensive line. So I think Christian Barmore out of Alabama will go at number 14. I feel like he is the best player on the board here at number 14 for them. Even though I think J.O.K. could also go here, I think that's actually where they will go. They'll go best player available for them at this point. J.O.K. will go at number 14. I feel like out of Notre Dame, he is a very good player, and I think that they need him at the linebacker position for Minnesota. Pick number 15, Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots on the clock. They are not going to stay here, I think. I think they're going to trade up and get a quarterback. But I think that if they stay here, I think they're going to get lucky and have one quarterback still sitting there, and that would be Trey Lance out of North Dakota. I feel like Trey Lance is a guy who I like out of North Dakota State. I just don't know if he's going to be the best player available, in my opinion. Next up, pick number 16 overall. I'm going to go with J.C. Horn out of the University of South Carolina. I feel like he is a very good player, and I feel like he will go number 16 to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to change my mock draft up a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I think Philadelphia is actually going to go with a corner here. I feel like they need help in the back end of their defense. So I think Caleb Farley, who a lot of people are a little bit scared of right now because he tested positive for COVID yesterday, but he should be okay to go for the season. I think Rashawn Slater will go 13 to the Chargers, not 14, not 12 to the Niners, and I think JOK will stay in Minnesota. So back to where we were, pick number 17 overall, the Oakland Raiders are on the clock. You never know where they're going to go in the draft. Last year they surprised a lot of people with taking the wide receiver Henry Ruggs out of Alabama last year. You never know what Mike Mayock and John Gruden want to do in the draft. I think that they will take the best offensive lineman on the board, Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. I was just talking about this guy. I think he goes number 17 overall to the Oakland Raiders. Number 18 overall, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock here. And I think that they will go with the best edge rusher on the board right now, in my opinion. That would be Kwity Paye out of Michigan. I feel like they need help on that defense. My buddy Riley Carey wants to see Najee Harris go at 18 so they can get another Tua connection, but I don't think that's going to happen here. I will go with Kwity Paye out of Michigan at number 18. Pick number 19 overall, the Washington football team. Have to go with an offensive lineman here, in my opinion. They got to protect the old man Ryan Fitzpatrick in there now at quarterback for the Washington football team. So I will go with Elijah Vera Tucker out of the University of Southern California. I think he is the best player available for them at number 19. And then number 20, the Chicago Bears are on the clock next. And I believe they are going to go with a little bit of a surprise here. They probably might want to trade out here, but I don't think they're going to. I think that they will go with, I think they're going to go with Greg Newsome out of Northwestern. He went to school just down the road from Chicago at Northwestern. So I feel like that's where they'll go, number 20. Pick number 21 overall, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock, and I believe that they will go with Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State. This kid's been talked about very much as a first-round pick this year in the draft. So I think that they got to protect the quarterback out there in Indy this year. I can't remember what quarterback they have this year, but they got to protect him. Next up, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock next, and they need help on the offensive line, but I think all the top offensive linemen are gone by this point in the draft. Wide receiver, I think that's where they'll probably go here. I think Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss will be the pick here. I think he is the next best receiver on the board, in my opinion. I feel like that's where they'll go at number 22 overall. Next up, once again, the New York Jets are on the clock, and they took a quarterback back in pick number 2. So now, if they could protect him, I think they would like to, but I can't see them taking one here. I think that they will go with Christian Barmore, though. They got to build up that defensive line again in New York. So I'm going to go with Christian Barmore out of Alabama. I think he is the best player available for them at number 23. Next up, number 24, my buddy Terry Jules, Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock next. And I've been hearing a lot of talks that they've been interested in this guy for the last couple of weeks. So I feel like that's where they'll go here. Pick number 24 overall, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go with Najee Harris out of Alabama. He is a very good running back. I feel like he is the best running back on the board. So he'll go number 24 overall to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, number 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock again at number 25. They need help with the pass rush. So I think that they will go Jason Away out of Penn State, or they will go with a guy who I think they're actually going to go with here in Jason Away. Actually, I think will be the pick here at number 25. But once you get deeper in the draft, it's tough to predict. But Jason Away out of Penn State will go number 25 overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next up, number 26 overall, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock next. And I believe that they will go with Zaven Collins out of Tulsa. This guy killed UCF the last couple of years at Tulsa. I believe he will go number 26 overall to the Cleveland Browns, the hosts of the NFL draft this year. Next up, number 27 overall, the Baltimore Ravens with their first of 2 first-round picks in the draft. I believe they will go with Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. Probably the next best receiver on the board. And I think he's got potential to be very, very good in the draft this season. Next up, number 28 overall, the New Orleans Saints are on the clock next. You just lost Emmanuel Sanders in the draft. You just lost Emmanuel Sanders last offseason. So I believe you got to take a receiver here. And I think Kadarius Toney out of the University of Florida would be the pick here. He kind of reminds me of an Emmanuel Sanders type of receiver. Nice, quick guy out of the very strong player there. Next up, number 29 overall, the Green Bay Packers will finally listen to the fans here and give Aaron Rodgers a receiver to throw the ball to, and I think it'll be Terrace Marshall out of LSU. I think he is the final receiver to go in the first round of this draft. And I believe he will go number 29 overall to the Green Bay Packers. Next up, number 30 overall, the Buffalo Bills are on the clock next. And I believe they're going to go with Jalen Phillips out of the University of Miami. I feel like he is the next best available player for them here at number 30. And then at 31, I believe that the Baltimore Ravens will go with tough pick here for me, but I feel like they will go with, let's see. I think they'll go with Azeez Ojulari out of the University of Georgia. I feel like this is a guy that the Bucs are looking to add at 32, but I think that the Baltimore Ravens with their second of 2 first-round picks, even though they would love to go all line here, actually, I think they will. Landon Dickerson out of Alabama, I feel like they need help on that offensive line after trading Orlando Brown over to Kansas City. So I believe he will go at number 31 overall to the Baltimore Ravens. Final pick of the first round, the Super Bowl champions Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock next, here at 32. Woo! And a couple ways we can go here at 32, but I believe we are going to go with the best player available, and that will be Travis Etienne out of the University of Clemson. I feel like he is the best running back that the Bucs can go with right here at 32. Whoop, whoop. And so that'll do it for this episode of Scott's Swinging Sports Day, ladies and gentlemen. One extra prediction for me today. Oviedo and Lake Brantley tonight at Lake Brantley High School. Huge game tonight. District championship on the line. One of the best matchups you could see tonight in the state of Florida for high school softball. I would love to pick Oviedo in this game, and I will. I think it's going to be a close game. I think if Oviedo can get their bats going, I feel like they'll get it done just enough tonight to get it done. So I'm going to go 3-2 Oviedo late in the game. I think it'll be a lot of heart, they're going to show a lot of heart tonight, and they're going to show Lake Brantley that game back in March was not what they're going to see tonight. I'm going to go 3-2 Oviedo. Catherine Buckner again throws an absolute gem again. like she's been doing all season. So I'm going to go 3-2 Oviedo. And I want to thank everybody for those birthday messages on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere on social media today. Um, Makes me a very happy guy to have so many great friends on here on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. So I'll see you guys right back here next week on Scott's Week in Sports right here on YouTube. See you later, guys.